state media reported. The discussions will focus on Iran's nuclear program and involve deputy foreign ministers from the three countries and the European Union. This will be the second round of talks since Iran's 12-day conflict with Israel in mid-June, during which the United States also conducted strikes on Tehran's nuclear sites. The previous meeting occurred on July 25th in Istanbul, with both sides aimed to make progress amid ongoing tensions surrounding the 2015 nuclear deal. Now for this discussion, we are joined by Rohan Gunaratna. He's an international affairs expert, joins us live from Singapore. Thank you, Rohan, for joining us again. Good to see you. Now, given this backdrop, what strategies do you think European powers will adopt to balance pressure and diplomacy effectively?
Asuma, what's going to happen is that the Europeans will toe the same line as the United States, and they will ensure that Iran does not develop nuclear weapons. The Americans and the Europeans are working together on this one issue. They do not want Iran to develop a nuclear capability, because then other countries in the Middle East will also develop nuclear capabilities. There's a big conflict between Iran and the Arab states. And the Arab states have always said that if Iran develops a functional nuclear weapon, that they too will develop their nuclear weapon capabilities. So what's going to happen is the Europeans are going to make sure that Iran does not develop functional nuclear weapons. And the Europeans will work very closely with the Americans on this paramount mission to ensure there is no such capabilities developed in the Middle East.
Rohan, as you mentioned that Europe will not change its stance and it will be closer to US's stance. And now we know that just yesterday, from the visual that has come in from Iran, Iran also said that we don't align with US's demands, and we will not bend to that. Do you think there can be any diplomacy that can effectively take place if both sides are keen on not changing their stance?
There will be no change in the position of the Western powers with regard to Iran's interest to develop nuclear weapons for many reasons. One is the geopolitical reason. Second is, of course, there's a very severe security threat because Iran has sponsored the Lebanese Hezbollah, the Hamas, the Palestinian Islamic Jihad, and also the Ansarullah or the Houthi movement. And Iran is a key sponsor of terrorism. And the Western eyes, the Western governments will ensure that Iran does not move in that direction, because that will destabilize not only the Middle East, but also beyond the Middle East. In fact, one Iranian leader recently threatened even the European countries, saying that they are able to fire missiles into Europe. So I personally believe that the time has come where the Western countries and other countries speak with a united voice to ensure that Iran does not develop these special weapons that pose a very severe threat to the stability and security of the world.
Thank you very much, Rohan Gunaratna, for joining us and sharing that insight. Please stay with us as we come back to you for our next discussion as well. Now, before